Guru Nation, welcome back to the Clinical Trials Guru. This video is going to be all about recruitment, patient recruitment, and what sites and CROs can do and what they can't do when it comes to branding and marketing and sales. So first of all, I'm going to be on a debate tomorrow, and I'll feature it on the channel as well, through BBK, which is a big patient recruitment vendor company. They're huge, they're big in the industry. There's going to be people from pharma on there, and then I'm representing the sites. So we're talking about patient recruitment, and what they're really talking about is sales recruitment. What I'm urging all of the sites, sponsors, CROs out there watching, listening, is to really focus on branding. So there's a difference between branding and sales. Sales is when you run an ad, whatever kind of ad that may be, whether it's a radio ad, newspaper, Facebook, Google AdWord. You run an ad, you go door knocking, you go meet different doctors, you try to get different patients interested in clinical research for a specific study. That's sales, okay? You're looking for an immediate conversion. Branding, you're not looking for any immediate conversion. You're looking to establish your company, yourself, your CRO, your site as an authority in that space, whatever that space may be. Whether it's Alzheimer's research, whether it's oncology, whether it's asthma, whether it's psychiatry, doesn't matter. You're establishing your brand, kind of like what I'm doing with the Clinical Trials Guru. If you notice, I'm not selling all the time. I'm trying to build my brand. So I'm encouraging sites, sponsors, and CROs to do this because yes, there are a lot of regulations when it comes to advertising in this industry. There also are a lot of things that the IRBs will not allow you to do when it comes to study specific recruitment. But there is nothing, and again, I'm no attorney, run it by your lawyer because I'm sure there's something that you're not allowed to do somewhere, even if you're branding. But so run it through your legal counsel. But for the most part, branding, there's nothing wrong with branding yourself as an expert in Alzheimer's, branding yourself as an expert in oncology, branding yourself as an expert in clinical research when it comes to creating patient-facing and community-facing content, and then using social media as distribution for your message, okay? And guess what? Once you do that and start establishing your brand, it makes sales and it makes selling a lot easier, because then you can start developing an email list and email all your email subscribers about a new study that's just starting, right? Like if you've been building up your Alzheimer's brand, and we've been doing it through the Clinical Scoop. If you go to theclinicalscoop.com, you'll see a lot of Alzheimer's content, and we're just building the brand. We're not expecting anything out of it, but guess what? We've already gotten a couple of patient referrals from that. And that's just branding, that's not sales. We have not spent a dime on running ads against those videos to patients with Alzheimer's. We can do that, right? And we're encouraging sites to do a combination of both when they get IRB approval for those ads. But you don't need IRB approval to brand yourself as long as it's not study specific. So that's what I'm trying to drill home here. It sounds easy, but nobody wants to do it because it's a lot of work. It's actually not easy. It's simple, but not easy. So build your brand and do sales. But on the sales side, you got to be careful and get the IRB approval. You got to make sure everything is run through legal. You got to make sure you get the green light from the sponsor. You don't want to mess around with those things. But when it comes to branding, you can get as creative as you want, as long as you're being ethical and also run it through legal, just to make sure you're not getting in trouble with the FTC or the DOJ or anything like that. So branding and sales, two very different things that you can integrate, and that you need to, quite frankly, be doing both. But everyone's focused on sales, and nobody, and I mean nobody that I've been paying attention to, is doing any type of branding, and that leaves a wide open void for any smart, innovative research site or sponsor or CRO out there to start really causing some damage in a good way with branding, and then integrating sales on top of it. So